Okay, everybody, we are back for another round of What's Cooking Today at the Soap Shack. Alrighty, we're going to get right into today's video. No intro, no nothing. I'm going to do just a couple of bath bomb demonstrations with a couple of the heart type molds that we sell because Valentine's Day is coming up. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I need to get moving on. That's why I have such a big batch right here. Everything is all ready to go. I've already mixed everything. My batch is a very good consistency. Squeeze, nice. Drop it, nice, still, really good. I have this colored with 1 full teaspoon of FDC yellow dye. Now, I know I told you guys I use lakes most of the time, and that is correct. I do use lakes most of the time. Today, I just decided to use a lake, and I did use a little bit more than normal because I wanted a really, really vibrant yellow. And FDC number 5 dye tends to be more like a light pale kind of a yolk yellow. So I used 1 full teaspoon in this batch. Don't worry, it hasn't stained my hands. It's not going to. I've already tested everything long time ago, and it's going to make your bath water just a nice yellow, which is why we're going to put some embeds in here because yellow water in the bathtub, no. All right, let's start off with, I'm just gonna do 2 of the plates out of our conversation heart molds, okay? Let's get these out of the way. I'll show you all the different plates that we have. All right, so we have actually redesigned this particular mold to have all of the lettering be on the bottom plate so that we can give our pushes on the bottom to try to ensure that all of those details come out. Some people were struggling when we just had the design on the plunger part of it. And as you're trying to plunge down and then they were unmolding, it was getting stuck to the letters and people were having a little bit of a hard time. So we redesigned that. We now have plates instead of plungers, okay? So we're going to get rid of most of these. All right, let's start off by doing the XOXO, okay? So again, that's your bottom plate. Stick that on the bottom. Take your shell, put it on the top. Your plunger, obviously, goes with that. All right, we're gonna do some light sprinkles. Give it a little bit of a shake. And now we're gonna give our presses. Take your finger, pinky, thumb, whatever. Just give some light presses. You don't want to press it way hard down in there because then it really will get stuck. All right, let's sprinkle a little bit more. And for those of you that are a little bit more advanced and you want to start adding your embed colors, go ahead and do that. I use powder. I usually make a couple little divots when I'm using the powders. I don't use, regular embed like cubes or round spheres or any other shape for that matter. I just use the powder. All right, so I'm just filling up these couple little divots that I made in there. No big deal. All right, let's continue sprinkling. And we're going to give it our shake like we always do, right up to the top. Take your plunger, turn it over. And we're going to give some pushes. Turn and press. Just a few times is usually all that's needed. Get rid of your excess. Let's give some taps around this outside shell. That just loosens up any powder that got down in between the shells and the cups and the plates and all that kind of stuff. Let's tap on this top plunger. Turn it over and we're going to start tapping on this bottom plate. This is what has your design. Sometimes on these, because I know where the design is, it's going right across, I'll give some pretty decent size wax. All right, now we're just going to lift straight up and off with that bottom plate. Go slow, a little bit of a wiggle, that's fine. Nothing got stuck on, well, a little bit. A teeny tiny little bit got stuck on the plate. Anyways, here's your XOXO. Now we're going to push up on the bottom to get that plunger up and out of there. There you go. Sorry, I never have my flip plates over here when I need them. All right, let's turn this over, okay, and get this off, this plunger, straight up and off. Turn that over again so you guys can see the design. There you go. There's your XO. Came out perfectly. Little teeny bit sticks. And if that's the case and you have more that's sticking, you guys, wet your mixture just a little bit more. Okay? So there's that. We're good to go. We'll do one more of these plates that goes with our conversation hearts. We'll do the true love. Aw. All right, put that down on the bottom. Shell on the top. Sprinkly, sprinkly. All right, let's give our pushes. A little bit more of a sprinkle. Shake. I do my little divots. You don't have to. If you're new to bath bomb making and you're not comfortable yet with doing contrasting colors on the inside, perfectly fine. You work at your own pace till you're comfortable. Don't feel pressured because that's what everybody else is doing. And oh my gosh, look at all these really cool colors coming out of these people's bath bombs. Yep, that's true. It is really cool. But if you're not ready, then you don't have to yet. You go at your own pace. All right, shake, shake, shake. Take this plunger, turn it over. Press, press, press. Alrighty, good enough. Get the excess. Tapperoni. Tap on the top plunger. Turn it over. We're going to tap on this bottom plate. All right, now again, I know that the letters are going across this way, so that's where my design is. So I'm going to give some pretty decent taps there. All right, up and off with that bottom plate. You can give it a little bit of a jiggle back and forth if you need to kind of rock it. Oh, not too bad. A little bit got stuck. Not too bad. The deeper that the words are, obviously, you might have more trouble getting them stuck. But that came out relatively cleanly. Not bad at all. All right, let's get him up and out of there, though. Whoopsie daisy. Turn him over. Straight up and off with the plunger. Let's flip him back over so we can take a look at that design. There you go. True love. Aw. All right, there's those two. Okay, next in our lineup is going to be just a regular shaped heart. However, it has a nice little rose on the inside of there. So let's go ahead and do this one. It has a flat plate on the bottom with no design. So you're gonna stick that on the bottom. Put your shell over the top of that. I'm nothing but butterfingers today, I swear. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put a little bit in here. All right, I'm gonna make my little divots so I can put my color in. You could do all different kinds of color. I'm just doing one color just to save time so we don't have a 2-hour-long video here. All right, keep filling and shaking. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build up this middle part just a little bit there because we've got this rose. It's going to try to make this impression here, okay? So take that plunger with the design, turn it over. Give your presses. All right, tap, tap, tap. Tap on the top plunger that has the design. Right in the middle where that rose is. I just want to make sure that that comes out. Tap on that bottom plate. Now this is a plain plate, no design. You don't need to go crazy whacking this. All right, straight up and off with that bottom plate. Let's get him up on out of there. Flip plate or cardboard, whatever you have at home. Turn it over. Now we want to be kind of gentle. We want to make sure that that little rose comes out, right? Oh, look how cutesy. That's beautiful. Love, love, love. Very nice. Okay, there's that one. Okay, next up is going to be our heart donut, which is very similar to our regular donut, just a different shape, that's all. There's 2 cups. One has a protrusion with the heart on it, and one just has an open hole there. And then we've got our cylinder. So take the part that's got the protrusion, stick that on the bottom, put your shell over the top of that, and start filling. If you want to go ahead and try to put your embeds in here, go ahead. I'm choosing not to, just because, you know, there's not a lot of room on the bottom where this heart is. There's not a lot of room here, and I don't want to risk things breaking apart and cracking on me. I could possibly put them up here. That's fine. There's plenty enough room up there, but just for demo purposes, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. I'm building up the top just a little bit because we do have a cup that needs to be filled up, right? So if we had this flush like this, these 2 top cups aren't going to get filled up. We're going to have a flat part of our bath bomb, right? So we don't want that. Let's build that up. All right, take that cup, turn it over. Give your presses. Get rid of that little bit there. Once we start banging this, this is going to pop on off of there anyhow, and that's what we want. All right, let's tap around that outside. And you'll see bath bomb dust coming down here in my tray, and that's why we give those taps around that outside shell. See, that just came right off, which is what we want. You know, so that's why we go around the outside, because there's always going to be bath bomb dust that gets, I don't care who you are, it's going to happen. That's good enough. Let's get that up and out of there. The whole thing. All right, now we can go ahead and take this top off. Wiggle and a jiggle. Got to work with it just a little bit. And if you have any of those cracks and fissures that happen, just squeeze them back together. Squeeze them back together with your fingers. It's not a big deal. It happens to everybody, including me. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I make mistakes too, and I have failed bath bombs too, just like everybody else. Just takes time, you guys. Time and lots of patience. Okay, so that was that bottom part. We took that off first. Now we're just going to gently remove this top part here, which is a cup. Just go slow, take your time. Again, if there's any cracks or anything like that, just gently tap them back down with your finger. There we go. It's no big deal. All right, and there we go. There is our heart donut. Okay, you guys, that is going to do it for the demos for today. Just a couple of them at a time since Valentine's Day is coming right around the corner. I got to get moving. I have a project that I need to work on for a very dear friend of mine with a couple of molds. We are not selling those molds. This is specifically just for my friend, so I need to get going on that. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. You can comment, like, share, please subscribe, hit the bell, tell all your friends. Really helps out the channel a lot. It helps to get these videos out in front of more people. So until we meet again,